Everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are doing pretty well. I want to welcome everybody here, new subscribers and old subscribers. So again, just appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys watching the video, commenting, liking, hyping, sharing. I appreciate all you guys doing everything for that, and of course the continued support here. Well, we're coming up to the end of 2025. It's actually November 2nd, 2025. And I was trying to figure out, I should have put a poll up. I forgot to put a poll up and asking, like, when do you guys like having your end of the year product recommendations? Do you like them in December? Do you like them a little earlier? Because I see some people do them in September. I was like, man, we still have like a few months left before the end of the year. I know most of you guys that live in the harsh weather conditions where it's going to snow, technically your detailing season is over. So I mean, it doesn't really matter when I do it, but I just wanted to ask, when do you guys like them? Do you guys like it in December, or do you like them earlier, like in September timeframe, which I think is a little too soon. So with that said, this is going to be the first video here. I'm kind of just rotating my phone because I'm actually controlling the DJI camera with my phone. So if I'm looking down, it's because I want to make sure the picture is good. And I also have my notes here on the products that we're going to be talking about. So this video is going to focus on primarily wash products. I'm going to be covering pre-wash snow foams, acidic washes, pH neutral washes, and then rinseless washes here. And I think that's all I have on this list here. So that is all I have. So I have this table so I can kind of line up the products here. And I think the first category we're going to start off with here is the pre-wash snow foam aspect here. So these are your alkaline high pH washes. These are the ones that are going to break down that, that road film as your car gets a little dirty during the time frame that you're driving it, because some vehicles stay outside, some are daily drivers and whatnot. And for me, so I'm going to preface this by saying, so I live in Southern California where the weather is pretty darn good. I mean, I'm close to the beach cities here, about 20 miles southwest of Los Angeles. And again, the weather here is primarily sunny most of the year. We're lucky if we get rain, because it just depends on the season. If we're going to get an El Nino, which indicates rain for 2025, they're saying it's La Nina, where it's not indicating a lot of rain in my area. Up in the northern part of California, it's going to supposedly that means it's going to rain up there a bit more than down here. So that's kind of like the situation I'm in. So I'm really not dealing with snow, because it doesn't get cold enough to snow here. Like I said, on occasion rain, and so yes, I will on occasion get that road film on the painted surface, but again, nothing harsh. So I don't need the sledgehammer for this type of situation. So we're going to go over and this kind of goes with every other product that's on this list here. But we're going to start off with the pre-wash snow foams here, and the two that I have on my list here. And the reason I have these two on my list is because one, they both foam good. They both have good lubrication if you're using it as like a bucket wash. Good cleaning power, and then they both rinse clean. Now one is a little stronger than the other, and so we're going to just get started. I have everything down here on the floor, so I'm going to be reaching down here. So the first one up is, again, I like Pro Lift. For me, this just works in my environment. I enjoy it. Good dilutions ratios on here, and as I mentioned, it's all the qualities that it's going to give you some good foam, good lubrication on here. So that's Pro Lift, and then the other one here, it's going to be Lava Cosmetica Primus 2.0. Again, another good one here. This one will clean a little better than Lift, just has a slightly stronger cleaning power, but again, two good products here that will do the job. So I primarily have that. And then an honorable mention for me, maybe I can move these back further this way so you can actually see it. Honorable mention for me is G-Technic W4 Citrus Foam here. Now this one may not be as potent as these two, but again, in my environment, it does do a pretty good job and do the initial breakdown of it. Like I said, pretty good lubrication if you're using this in the bucket wash. This was more like a thicker gel-like consistency. And then this one will give you more of that runnier foam. So it's not going to give that real thick foam that these two give. So this is going to be a little bit more of that runny foam. Again, rinse is clean. So this is an honorable mention for me on here. So actually I'm going to move these up here because they're going to be taking up a bit more space. So again, that's the citrus foam here is an honorable mention. So those are the three that I primarily have here. Up next, we're going to go over the acidic washes, and primarily I only have two here as well. And then both of these will, again, they both foam really well. They both offer some good cleaning, and they both have pretty good dilution ratios. And we'll talk about the caveat to one of them here, but they're both pretty good. And what an acidic wash is going to do, so if you have a ceramic coating, these are used to unclog your ceramic coating, because you are going to get some mineral deposits on your ceramic coating, especially if you live in the harsher weather conditions. And so your coating is susceptible to get clogging on it. And so we're going to go over the two that I enjoy using. So it's CarPro D scales. The first one, again, good dilution ratios. Like I said, the only difference between this one and the other one, I'll bring the other one out here when we're talking about it, and that would be Purifica from Labo Cosmetica. So these are the two ones that I would recommend here. And like I said, they both work good. Like I said, the one minor thing that kind of separates these two is this does take just a slightly more rinsing to completely rinse it off the surface, because you can tell it's a little surfactant heavy. But again, I think they're both really good products here, and they both will get the job done. So if you want to do like a 2 pH wash system, you can stay in the Labo Cosmetica line with Primus 2.0 and Purifica, and then CarPro has Lift and D-Scale. So those are the two there. Anyway, so now we're going to get over to, before I get too ahead of myself here, we're going to get over to pH neutral soap here. So with a soap, it's really hard to kind of just choose one, because most soap will get the job done. Even if you go to like your local auto parts store, like an AutoZone or O'Reilly, and you pick up a car soap there, it's going to do the job. So just use whatever works for you. So these are just the ones that I would recommend to kind of consider. And so I'm going to start off with the first one here, and that's going to be like my go-to, no matter what, is CarPro Reset. Now, this is my go-to for a ceramic coated vehicle, not so much for a car that has a wax or a sealant. And the reason for that is this has the potential to degrade. I've seen it degrade weaker products like a wax or a sealant, like polymer-based sealants, not so much the ceramic stuff. The ceramic products will tend to do a better job, like ceramic spray sealants. But this one, I would recommend that if you have like a ceramic coating, and you can use this every single wash, because it does have some really good cleaning power. It does foam really good lubrication on here, rinses clean off the surface. Again, by far my favorite soap for a coating. The cleaning power alone that this offers to clean your coating, it's above and beyond some of these other ones that I have coming up next here. So definitely one of my go-tos for a ceramic coated vehicle. And you could use this every single wash, because it just does such a good job here. Dilutions in the foam can, I believe it's 1 to 9 if you were trying to foam it. Like I said, it's a really good soap here. And again, if you want to stay in the CarPro lineup, you can actually foam with Lift. Maybe you're just looking for that high pH soap, and then you can just wash with Reset. Or you can do it as a 3 pH wash system where you foam with Lift, rinse it off, foam on D-Scale here, and you come back and wash with this. So again, the range from CarPro, it's a really good range. I really enjoyed this one for what it is, and it does a real good job here. So that's CarPro Reset is the first one. And then the second one here is going to be a brand new product that was sent to me, but although I've been using it a couple times, and that's Ethos Pure Shampoo. Now this one, there's a lot of good things about this product here. Number one, its consistency. It's really thin. And so I appreciate Tim for when you're making this thin, because it's easier to disperse in your bucket and in your foam cannon. Create some real good foam on this here, really good lubrication on here. Pretty good cleaning power for a pH neutral soap. So this is really good. It's not going to degrade your wax or your sealant. It's your weaker style products. Again, safe for all your ceramic or graphene type products, just like Reset's safe for your ceramic and graphene products in here. But again, real good product from Ethos. Enjoy using this, and it smells really good too. So for the washing experience here. And then up next is from Armour Detail Supplies, and that's their Shampoo Plus. So again, I'm almost done with this bottle, but a real good product from Armour Detail Supply. Kind of like a pure shampoo where it foams well, good cleaning power, rinses clean. Maybe not as strong of a cleaner as Reset, but it does a real good job, and I think you guys will be more than happy with this. Works on every single type of protection, wax, sealant, or coating, ceramic or graphene, whatever it may be, and it won't degrade the product. So again, real nice product from Armour Detail Supply. definitely check that out. Definitely recommend it there. And then kind of running out the top here, we're going to go ahead and give this to Phoenix EOD Apex Auto Wash. Again, a real nice one here. Again, very thin consistency here. It does foam pretty well considering it's thin, just like these two here. Good cleaning power, rinses clean. I think the only drawback here, at least not for me, but for some people, is that it doesn't have a scent. I know Aaron created one that has a scent. I think it's a limited run for it. But for the most part, it doesn't have a scent. So if you care for a scent, you may not like this. If you don't care for a scent, you're going to like this. And again, just rinses clean off the surface, just like all these other ones. Again, real good car soap from Phoenix EOD. So these are the 4 that I recommend for regular car soap here. So now we're going to move into rinseless washing. So let me make some room here as we introduce the rinseless wash category. And I want to preface this here. So rinseless washing is a lot like car soap in the sense that they've gotten so good that it's really hard to differentiate between them now, because again, you can't really go wrong with any of the ones that are out in the market. So it's just going to be personal preference as to what you like, and in this instance, this is what I like, and I'm going to just pass along what I think about these here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with, you know what, we'll go ahead and start off with DIY Detail. This is their version 2 here. Real nice product from DIY Detail. You know, just cleans very well. Good lubrication on the wash process. I think this could use a little bit more lubrication during the dry process, but overall, I think it's really good. And I think one of the nice features is when you're using this, you're using it on the paint with your sponge. You notice it more with the sponge than with the towel. Is when you go over the surface, you'll see the water kind of just the solution kind of just disperse. It's a real nice feature because I don't have a lot of product to mop up with my drying towel. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, if you don't have a lot of product on the towel, then is it going to scratch the surface? No, it's not. But that's one of the things that I do enjoy about this one here is what it offers overall. So again, real good rinseless wash here. Comes in gallons or 16-ounce bottles here. Again, real nice product from DIY Detail here. One other thing I almost forgot to mention as I look on my notes here is that because this is a hybrid rinseless wash, meaning it has surfactants and polymers in here, you can actually foam this. So you only need one product to foam on the surface. You can foam this, let it dwell a bit, and then you can come back and wash with your regular rinseless wash process, and it will do a good job. So that's DIY Detail rinseless wash. Up next, it's another hybrid rinseless wash. Now this is a little bit older because I don't have the new one with the updated color, but it's still a good one here. That's Armour Detail Supply Hero. Again, real nice product here from Armour Detail Supply, and it does offer again good cleaning power, good lubrication on the wash process. I would like to see that lubrication up on the dry process, the dry off portion. But again, real nice rinseless wash here. And again, kind of like DIY, this one will kind of have that dispersing factor with the rinseless wash solution when, on your pass with your sponge. You'll see it kind of just disperse on there. But again, real good rinseless wash here. And I heard the new one smells a little better. And what you'll notice on the new one is it's a brighter pink versus this one here. But overall, real nice product. And I've been using this. And I think one of the misconceptions with this one is because it does have ceramic in there. People think it has protection in it, but it's not designed to have protection in there. They're using the ceramic for lubrication. So again, just because it has ceramic doesn't mean it's being used as a protection aspect here. So that's for ADS Hero. And so then we're going to kind of go over to another ceramic hybrid rinseless wash here, and it's going to be from Ethos. Again, really enjoyed using this one. It does a good job to clean, and like these other two, it does have the dispersing factor when you're washing on here. And even though it's called a ceramic rinseless wash, the ceramic in here, what Tim is using this for, is he's using it to encapsulate the dirt particles, not so much for protection or lubricity. So that's what they're using the ceramic in here for. And again, real nice product from Ethos. I think the only thing that I would mention with this one too, better lubrication in the dry process here. But again, real nice product from Ethos. Up next here, this is a polymer-based rinseless wash. I think it's a sleeper, and that's going to be Adam's Hoseless Wash. Like I said, I think it's a sleeper because not too many people buy this, and they don't give it a shot because they just see Adams like, oh, just an Adams product. Adams is like chemical guys, but it's a real nice product. It cleans well, good lubricity on both the wash and drying. And what you'll notice when you're drying this off, the way it flashes off the surface, leaving you a real clean finish on there. Similar to like what Ethos does, but again, real nice product on here. I think the only thing that I kind of don't like about this is the color. The color is purple and it's a little too dark. So for those of you who like seeing dirt in your rinseless wash, and make sure your rinseless wash is working, this makes it a little harder. Even though it does turn out to be like a light color purple, it's still a little harder to kind of see in the bucket. So again, I think it's a sleeper. I think it does really good for a rinseless wash here. Again, this is primary backbone is a polymer. If you shake it, it does look like it has a surfactant in there, but again, its primary backbone is a polymer. So I think it's a sleeper of a product here. So and then we're kind of just rounding out the top here, and we're going to pick a controversial, maybe it's a controversial. We'll see if this is controversial. We're going to go Optimum No Rinse version 6. And you're probably going like, why are you choosing that? Everybody says it's not good, or majority of people are saying it's not good. Honestly, I think this is the best version that they have up to date. I've watched the video of theirs that they had where they interviewed Dr. G, and they said that version 4 and 5 were actually good. I beg to differ because I did try those versions and they weren't that good. So what they did with version 6 is a lot better than those two, and primarily in the dry off portion. So this has a real nice lubricity on a dry off portion, at least on a protected vehicle that has like a wax sealant or a coating. This has a feature where it just feels relatively slick under the towel. So I do like that on here. And this also will have that dispersion ability when you're washing on the surface much more than these others. I think this has the best feature of that. So when you come over with your final pass of your sponge, you'll see that just kind of disperse, not leaving you a whole lot of rinseless wash on the surface iron. And again, this is a pure polymer based rinseless wash. And I think this is where people get kind of turned off with this. It doesn't offer the cleaning power that like a hybrid does. And that's actually a true statement. Polymer-based rinseless wash, a pure polymer, is not going to clean as well as either a pure surfactant or a hybrid. But again, I don't need the sledgehammer all the time, and I think that's where this kind of shines through in that aspect. It's just, again, it's a tried and true formula. And with V6, I think they've done a great job with the product here, and I'll just continue to use it. It ended up in my rotation. You can see how much I've used thus far. Again, it's a real nice product from Optimum No Rinse. I've just enjoyed using it. I've had no issues with it staining my wash media, whether it's a microfiber towel or a sponge. I haven't had that issue. I know some people said it lacks lubrication and they felt like it was just water. I didn't notice that. I think out of all these rinseless washes, this by far has the best encapsulation out of all these. So with that said, these are like my recommended ones. I'm going to bring up some honorable mentions here. I have 2 of them here. First one is going to be Phoenix EOD Hydra. So again, it's a real nice rinseless wash here. I off the top of my head, I forget if this is a primary polymer backbone or a surfactant here. I know it has both. I just forget which one it leans more to, but again, a real nice product here from Phoenix EOD. This could easily be in here. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving it an honorable mention because I do enjoy using this. Aaron went above and beyond to take my feedback to say this is middle of the road, and like I said, it can actually be in these quote top 5. And it's just, again, I'm just putting some honorable mention because I could list all the other ones that I put on there. But again, a real nice product from Phoenix EOD. Definitely enjoy using this. I think if I could just say one thing about this is to increase the lubrication on the dry off portion. But other than that, I think it's a solid product. So I'm going to put that right there. Let's just kind of move these here, and we'll talk about the last one here. Again, maybe another controversial product, but another honorable mention. I'm going to go ahead and give this to Pan's Rinseless Wash. Again, easily could be in this top category here. One thing I like about this one is this is by far the slickest out of all these during the dry off portion. So Pan nailed it. This is a polymer, has a polymer in it. And I think this is where people kind of get a little carried away with a polymer rinseless wash like Clean by Pan or Optimum No Rinse is, yes, it's going to leave a layer of polymer on the surface, but it's not designed to be durable. It's just designed more for protection during the dry portion. And so again, this is going to leave a little something on the surface in terms of that. Again, very slick, does clean well. Again, real nice product from Pan here. I think the only thing I would ask Pan to do with this one is to give me that dispersion like Optimum No Rinse, where you can just see it disperse on the panel, because his does leave the surface a little bit more wet on there. But if I could just get that dispersion on there, I think it'd be a real solid product. But that's what I have for rinseless washing, and I'm kind of just rounding this out as like my the last one here is Optimum No Rinse Hyperfoam. This is going to be my recommended foaming rinseless wash. Perfect pairing if you have Optimum No Rinse. This one just cleans better than most of them. Like, I like this one better than McKee's F914, and I like it better than Detail Co. Loki. I just like this one a little better. Just tends to clean a little better. And of course, they're bringing the encapsulation technology in this product that Optimum No Rinse offers. So again, this was going to be my go-to foaming rinseless wash. It just works really good. Honorable mention, we'll go to the McKee's one, because I do like the thinner foam consistency that offers, versus this one being a little thicker, but you can adjust the thickness of the foam just by changing the quantity put into your foaming pump sprayer. If you want to use this as a regular rinseless wash, you absolutely could. It's going to give you more cleaning power than Optimum No Rinse. These two are great to have in your arsenal if you're just looking for 2 products to have on hand. So that's all I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of the list here. Post your comments down below of your favorite products here. These are just some of the ones I recommend. Some of these are in my Amazon storefront here. The ones that are available on Amazon, so you guys can actually just order from Amazon. For those of you who have Prime, you can take advantage of it. That's all I have for you guys. So let me know what you guys think. Post your comments down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Because I think I'm planning to do, we'll see, this may change, tire dressing, ceramic coatings for paint, glass, wheels, trim, interior coatings, and I think, and then maybe we'll do some polishes and compounds, and I'm not sure what else I'll do, but again, at least that's kind of like what I'm thinking off the top of my head. So again, post your comments down below. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. So take care, everyone.